Okay, we're doing another episode of On the Wrist from Off the Cuff to have a really fun kind of new product reveal. And I'll actually be opening these on video, so I will share my first thoughts with you guys, and we'll even put these pieces through their paces here on the tabletop. So a little bit about the brand. Haveston was established in 2015. They're UK based out of London, and their brand is defined by a focus on original historical, horological, and aesthetic engineered design. They believe that a strap, roll, or accessory should be synchronized to the historical aesthetic and service-driven character of your tool watch. Their products are realized through a process of meticulous design, generations of prototypes, and a commitment to continuous refinement. We'll be checking out this awesome WSP or watch stowage pouch, which is based on the World War II U.S. military utility and ammunition pouches. So this M-1937 WSP is designed to conveniently and safely hold your wristwatch in travel or storage. So with all that said, let's go ahead, zoom the camera out, get these pieces in hand, and take a closer look. All right, so quite a layout here. We have two different color pouches, as you can see, one marked olive drab, the other marked for khaki. We have two watches that we'll be able to use today, two different Seikos, the same design essentially, just one for air, one for the kind of ground side, but with this really cool colorway and matchup, it for me gives me a nice kind of naval vibe. And these are both, of course, Haveston single pass straps that I really enjoy. I love the aesthetic, and again, they just do things a bit different. They just execute things to a certain level that I can really appreciate as somebody who enjoys form and function, and sometimes even the form factor is based on the functionality, and that's what makes it so intriguing. So very cool. I'm a big fan of Haveston, so let's go ahead and get these open. We'll start with let's start with the khaki. So we'll go ahead and get that open. They always do a fun job as well of their packaging. Very cool. Here's the back side, the front side. All right, I'm digging this. Very cool. Okay, that's killer. Definitely reminds me of an ammunition pouch that would just go like on your web belt or war belt, if you will, or on your 782 gear, depending on what generation of military you served in. Wow, here we go, olive drab. Now that is a color that brings back a lot of memories, fond memories. I mean, olive drab is just it's a part of Marine Corps life. So we have two different shades here. A little bit about overall. These were inspired by BAR utility pouch rig specimens. So the M-1937 watch stowage pouch adapts its dimensions and roll to accommodate the majority of modern watches up to 46 millimeters with a round flap lid profile. You can see nice and rounded there, looks very good. And then that period correct press stud. So in terms of securing this, very cool, very utilitarian. You can see inside here, essentially those pieces are going to create the friction and the pinch over the ball there. You just press and it just does the job. And you know that, of course, this is going to wear really well because this is an actual factual military, hard piece of hardware. So very cool, both nicely signed with the Haveston H. So we have two different models. Oh, well, one thing also to mention, the outside is actually, like I mentioned before, it features this 20-ounce cotton canvas exterior, but on the inside, as you can see. It's actually a synthetic suede interior with a rough cut that is a boot-inspired seal brown shade, which I think plays well with both color combinations. Now, kind of deciphering these two, it's funny enough, they're actually both considered kind of a green color, although of course one is known as khaki. This one is going to be the khaki, and that's more of a mid-war color, and it's the OD number 3 inspired versus OD number 7 inspired, which is more late war for the olive drab. So olive drab and olive drab and khaki. I think these, of course, they just fit the aesthetic, especially for an old jarhead like myself. I just really enjoy this aesthetic very much. These go for $34.95 each, and they actually do offer free shipping for orders over $39. And then they always have this deal of 10% off orders of 2 or more straps with the code field set. Now, can you use that same code for these pouches? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you used that code, if it works. Basically, that code works for pretty much anything within the store except for pre-discounted strap sets. So some of these you can buy as sets, these straps. And of course, then you can't kind of, you can't stack and double dip and use the same code. But let's go ahead and put these through their paces and see how these fit. Why don't we start with the beautiful olive drab here. And you guys can see beautiful Seiko 5, very classic Flieger style here. We're just going to fold that under, and we are going to push this guy in. Oh, let's do one check here. Remember, I didn't get a chance to look at these. So one thing you do want to look for when you have these types of pouches is to make sure that the hardware isn't exposed on the inside. And I can say safely here that it is actually smooth inside there, so you can't feel the backing, so there's nothing to scratch or watch on that side, so you can safely stow this piece inside. Ooh, man, does that look cool. You can put it in, you can snap it down, and now it is safe. So you could either throw this in a drawer if you were storing it at home, or you can take it with you, throw it in your go bag or something like that. Let's take this nice khaki here. Smooth on the inside as well, and of course when this seals, this backing is going to be butted up against this and not into the open space, so that won't cause any issues. And then of course this beautiful Seiko 5 field watch, beautifully matched there with those kind of anthracite gray tones. Actually, I'd say very close to Admiralty gray, which is a historical military color as well. Very cool. And so check it out, everything lines up beautifully, and you snap it up, bam. Whoo, Haveston. There's not much to it more than that, but I have to say I'm really impressed. Again, I really enjoy that they just do what they're intended to do, and they have a use case. They have really clean build quality there. You can see it's rough and tumble in terms of some of the stitching here. This isn't some luxury thing. This definitely feels more like something you can get on the go. So this is, again, that rugged yet refined aesthetic that you're going to get with these pieces. So you're not going to baby them. You're not going to worry about scuffing it up or, getting some frays on here if you put these to use. That's something that I really enjoy, is that, at the end of the day, same thing with the straps themselves. When you're putting them on the watches, you get them to wear them. They aren't some ultra expensive, kind of showpiece. These are really meant to be functional utility tools, right, and accessories for your sports watches that that are meant to be used and worn and enjoyed. So I think that's really cool. So with that, we'll pop these back out. Just lay them out here, just to get some nice looks. Very cool. A little contrast on one side and something a little more tone on the other. But these are really, really cool, guys. I'm really enjoying this. We'll go ahead and get this now set up for some closing thoughts. I'll try to get it to where this isn't reflecting too horribly bad. All right, maybe I'll just play with that a little. There we go. Okay, a little asymmetrical action for you there with the straps laying in different ways. So guys, closing thoughts, another premium, rugged yet refined product executed to a high level of finish from a channel favorite brand with an eye for military designs that really continue to impress with every new release, update, and iteration. And that's something that I really wanted to mention, like I did kind of in the intro, is that they do constantly and apply continuous refinements. So you might buy it and then 1 year and then another couple years later they've already moved on and kind of tightened things up and updated a buckle, right? Something very simple or a piece of hardware. And it's just really cool that they do that. They just continuously are trying to perfect their craft and these products, and they really do resonate with me, especially as a veteran myself. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked the video, please do hit like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe for more content just like this. Thanks, guys.